Global Money Laundering Contractors Friday, September 18, 2020. If any one city of Pakistan is given the freedom to progress, no matter how, from where and how to get the capital, and there is no one who will ask you, and even the law of the land will give you full protection. If so, that city in a few years will become the richest and most developed city in the world. This is not a ridiculous thing to fly in the air, but the modern civilization is the greatest reality in the world. There are numerous countries and cities in the world that have prospered this way. To reveal this reality, the examples of only two of these places is enough. Luxembourg, which is also a fully independent country in Europe, has a per capita income of $88,312. The second city is Geneva, which is the most beautiful place in Switzerland, with a per capita income of $112,000 and is ranking first in the world in terms of per capita income. One can ask that what special types of agricultural, industrial or mineral wealth is there in these two cities that make them the richest places in the world, and people from all over the world envy these cities for their development, urban life and beautiful environment. These are not the only two cities where nothing exists in the name of industry, agriculture and minerals, and are among the richest cities in the world. The only reason is that these cities were specifically given the freedom to acquire capital in whatever way, from wherever and how, and then to protect that capital. If such a city is also settled in Pakistan, where dishonest, thieves, corrupt, drug dealers, traffickers of women, mafia dons, tax evaders, extortionists and dishonest politicians from all over the world invest their capital. If their capital is fully protected, then within a year the per capita income of this city of Pakistan will be equal to that of the richest cities in the world. This picture is taken because at present all the safe havens of money laundering and corruption in the world are located in Europe and the United States. Every thief, robber, extortionist and drug dealer gets protection there, but Pakistan is put on the FATF's grey list. And since then, the entire Pakistani government machinery has been legislating against money laundering to get out of this grey list. There can be no worse example of political leadership and state weakness than this. Such weakness and bankruptcy is not from today, but this disease is very old in us as a nation, which is called chronic in English. This is the story of our economic priorities, that 8,000 dangerous criminals have not been executed here in the last 12 years, so that some products can be sold in European markets. And that is why murderers, robbers and sex beasts do not end up here, so that the overseas business of the Pakistani capitalists should continue to flourish. Who would be a politician in this bankruptcy who would tell the international community that those who are pressuring us to tighten the law against money laundering, first look into your own collar? From dishonest and thieving politicians to criminals from all over the world, you have provided refuge to everyone. 6 countries around the world are popular for money laundering and dishonest capital protection. These are known for their distinctive features. The first is Cayman Island, which is characterized by the fact that if you hide your capital there, you will have to pay the lowest taxes in the whole world, and the capital can be transferred from one place to the other without any control whatsoever. No tax is levied on capital gains, withholding, property, corporate and income. Banks here do not disclose your capital to anyone. The island is part of Britain, however, this is not subject to any British law. American capitalists have hidden an estimated $32,000 billion here so that they do not have to pay taxes in the United States. In the second place is Switzerland, which has the best reputation for asset protection. The country's privacy laws are 300 years old. If a bank official reveals an account holder's information to anyone, he or she will be sentenced to 6 months in prison. In order to keep the capital secret, its relationship with your country is removed and taken first to Cook Island and Nevis, then brought here. In third place is the island of Nevis in the Caribbean. The reason for its fame is that it is easiest to set up offshore companies here. 70% of the world's offshore companies are currently registered here. The rules here are ideal for companies, and the companies formed here can also be registered on the World Stock Exchange. There are special protection rules for company directors and owners. The fourth largest country in Central America is Belize. It is the custodian of the ancient Maya civilization. It is having a vast forests and countless of marine life, as well as 4 million people live here. This has feature that you get the highest interest on the stolen capital here. No inflation here, and privacy laws are very strict in this country. Germany ranks 5th in terms of capital protection. The banks here are considered to be the safest banks in the world, where capital does not sink. In addition, it is not necessary to be present to open an account in German banks. You can transfer money by opening an account in your country's jail. Number 6 is Singapore, which is a heaven for capitalists. If you have $200,000, you can open an offshore account in this country and the bank will not ask questions of income sources but will automatically make a plan to give you profit and how to invest the rest of your wealth. In addition to these countries, there are currently 15 locations in Europe, 3 in Africa, 17 in the West Indies or Central America, 2 in the Middle East and 13 in the Far East where you can freely and fearlessly deposit your stolen money. And then you can do business with this capital or you can live a life of luxury with the interest of it, and in doing so no one will touch you. All EU countries have signed such a convention of human rights according to which if a murderer, a thief, a drug dealer or a dishonest politician brings his capital to an European country and then seeks political asylum there, yes, of course, even if you have a criminal exchange agreement with the country of this fugitive, you will not return him to his own country in any case, when there is a danger that if he returned to his country, he would be tortured or hanged. Fed with such crime capital and looking prosperous, these European countries that are so sympathetic to thieves, murderers, women smugglers and drug dealers, and yes, why not, they are happy as their prosperity is due to the same looted money,